Good morning. My name is Jana and I'm a second year illustration student at Willem de Kooning. And today I spontaneously decided to film one day at the academy. Before this I did a different bachelor in biology in a really small town called Wageningen. And although I really liked studying biology, after finishing this bachelor I wanted to explore a different part of myself, which is the one that always liked to look at art and make it since I was a kid. I also live here in a lovely student house, and I really try to combine my interest and passion for biology with the arts that I do. But I'm still trying to figure this out throughout my studies here. So yeah, today I'm gonna take you with me on one day at the academy. Today we actually started a new project which is about taboos, and we first got some explanation. The idea is to create a visual dialogue. So we first had to pick a project partner, it's in duos, and then you send drawings or other images back and forth on a certain taboo subject. And this way you create some kind of conversation, but not with words, but with visuals. And that's why it's called a visual dialogue. Honestly, I love going to class so much. My classmates are super inspiring to me. They're always doing stuff, making little sketches, knitting. And then my teachers are super sweet and they're really down to help you find your own artistic vision and practice, and are really enthusiastic about the things that all the students are doing. And the vibe is just in general very chill. Then it was time for lunch break. Here on the wall it says studeer hier niet, which just means don't study here. There are some people on this school that have a very strong negative opinion about it. And they do have some good points. I'll get back to that later in the video. But in general, I really like the school. But okay, back to the lunch break. We went to the Markthal, which is a very big building with a lot of places to get delicious food. But we just went to get cheap food at the supermarket. The seagulls trying to get our food. What are you having?
A kaasstengel.
Kaasstengel. We're just sitting outside the Markthal at the Plein. And I'm having a kaasstengel jalapeno en broodje gezond. Delicious.
Ja, lekker.
Delightful. Okay. Let's get back to work, people. I'm going to the computer room to work on a theory assignment. Apart from the practical projects that we have, just like the visual dialogue and publication making, we have theory, and we also have assignments for that. We learn a lot about art history, for example, and honestly I don't really remember what I was working on when I was filming this, but recently we had to make a visual essay, for example, where we had to bring forward some opinion and form arguments with our visuals. But if you want to know more about this, let me know in the comments and I can make a new video. Did I already mention that today was super busy? Because after the theory intermezzo, I had to go to the wood workspace to build a frame for one of my paintings. One of my classmates works at the social hub Rotterdam, and they managed to organize a little exhibition for us in the theme of new beginnings. And I already had a painting that I could use for this exhibition, but it was very cheaply made at a festival once. So what I needed to do was build a sturdy frame to be able to exhibit the painting. So a little bit more about this workspace, woodwork. It's called the Woodwork Station. Willem de Kooning has many stations, for example, ceramic station, fabric station, drawing station, publication station. And these are workspaces where there's very skilled professionals and instructors available and present there, and you can go there with your ideas and they'll help you execute them. But they do close in the evening, so here I went home with the metro to have some dinner at my place, and then I came back at around 6:30 or something to finish my frame.
Maar dat is gewoon dat gebeurt.
Soort van tag. Twee dingen. Ten eerste, dat zou je misschien op de opname kunnen zien. Hadden we hier een heel klein beetje ruimte. Misschien valt het mee, maar je moet echt opletten dat je hier ook duwt.
Sometimes there are problems with these stations. There are days where there's actually no instructor around and the station is fully closed. And then you have all these great ideas, but you just can't learn to execute them. And that's where a lot of the annoyance comes from the students sometimes. And people get angry at that and write, "Don't study here" on walls. Because we also don't really get technical classes. The idea of the stations is that if you want to learn something technical, you can do that independently and go to these stations and teach yourself with the help of the instructors. But when that is not possible, people get annoyed and angry, and I totally understand that. In this case of the frame making, the instructors were very available and it wasn't super busy at the station, and they helped me a lot, and it was very great because in that same evening I was able to finish a whole frame, and that was only possible because of them. So yeah, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work out. My frame was finished, hell yeah, I was so happy. But I wasn't done yet, I still had to do some work. I had to write a little piece about how do I procrastinate for study career coach class. And then last but not least, I had to create a little abstract painting for theory class. By the way, I had no vision for this abstract painting. It was something with roots, because I like roots, but I made it in 10 minutes. Because I just wanted to sleep. I was so crazy tired, but it was finally time to sleep. And I did so much work today, so I felt really good. So, time to get to bed. Thank you for watching my first ever video on this channel. I've been really filming more since editing this, and there's more videos coming up actually, so subscribe to my channel. If you have questions left unanswered after this video about VDKA or about my life, write it in the comments and I can respond there. Also like this video, please. Please. This is my Instagram. Yeah, you can follow me. I'm not always super active on Instagram. You can DM me if you want to slide in my DMs. Okay, that's all. Thank you for watching again, and hopefully see you later.